So I'm gonna do a more lengthy video on this, but for the sake of just being short, real quick, the International Criminal Court is seeking the arrest of Vladimir Putin. Why, you may ask, is because of Ukraine war crimes. Isn't that amazing? Ukraine war crimes. So on Get the Memo on the channel, we've the regular channel, we've talked extensively about the story of how Obama invaded Ukraine with the Azov Battalion, which are a bunch of neo-Nazis, in 2014, and Joe Biden was helping with that. John Kerry was helping with that, and then they overthrew the democratically elected government because they were not about to deal with U.S. corruption and the CIA. So the CIA invaded the country of Ukraine with the Azov Battalion to overthrow the democratically elected government. And then the Ukrainians started bombing and shelling and killing a bunch of Russian native speaking citizens in Ukraine. And then they made a peace deal called the Minsk Agreement, but then the Ukrainians ignored that piece of like peace accords and treaties, and they kept bombing and shelling and killing civilians, and they killed 25% civilians. Oh no, it was 80% of people that were killed in Ukraine were civilians. 25% were Russian soldiers, or not Russians. I'm sorry, Ukrainian soldiers. Or the Russian natives. They didn't allow the rebels to hold elections. They didn't allow them to hold public office, and they killed them. And they didn't follow the peace agreement. And then Joe Biden, they don't tell you the story of how Joe Biden blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, or how Joe Biden is sending more weapons and allowing the killing of these Ukrainians, or how the Ukrainian military is kidnapping people in broad daylight on the street to be soldiers. That they're just grabbing them and taking them away and into the streets to be in the off the streets, just to be in the war, just to go die. They don't care, and we're gonna go over that. They don't care if you have kids. They don't care if you are the head of the household and you provide for your house. They don't care if you're married. They don't care if you're a mom or a dad. They don't care about your parents. They don't care about anything. And the U.S. keeps doing this. They don't talk about anything. They don't talk about the Nord Stream pipeline. They don't talk about anything. And well, Putin had to invade. It wasn't right for Putin to invade. Well, it wasn't right for Joe Biden to invade. Why don't we get Joe Biden and Obama? Why don't we get them? Obama is aiding a genocide in Yemen from Saudi Arabia. They're aiding in a genocide in Yemen. They're doing a shadow war in Africa. They're bombing the Sudan. Biden just started bombing Somalia. Biden is interfering in the southern horn of Africa. Biden was trying to still bomb Afghanistan from Pakistan. Speaking of Pakistan, they're bombing Pakistan. Oh, by the way, Obama did regime change war in Libya. In Libya, where they overthrew Gaddafi to make South Africa keep being poor, so that they didn't have a leg up, so that they didn't have a way up, so that they couldn't have their currency go up above the dollar or close to the dollar or pretty close. That's why they did it. And now, guess what? They started a vacuum of terrorism. Oh, they didn't have that before in Libya, and now they do. Oh, by the way, there's now a market of slavery, a slave market. Oh, cool. Now they have that in Libya too. Oh, you know what they're trying to do in Venezuela? They're trying to overthrow Nicolas Maduro so that Juan Guaido could be president, even though only 3% of the population wants it, maybe even 1 or 2%, and he gets attacked everywhere he goes. Amazing. They're putting sanctions against Iran. They have 1,000 bases. This is under Bush. This is under Obama. This is under Biden. This is under Trump. This is under everybody. Oh, speaking of Bush and Cheney, why doesn't the International Criminal Court seek their arrest? Bush invaded Iraq on false premises. Oh, they have WMDs. They never did. They just wanted to do a regime change war. That's it. And they did torture programs. They did a lot of things. And they took us into Afghanistan. Oh, for Osama bin Laden, when the Afghanistanis were like, we'll give him to you. And they're like, nope. So it's funny. We're allowing we're allowing Biden and Bush and Obama and Hillary Clinton and John Kerry and Jake Sullivan and Anthony Blinken, all these guys get away with a bunch of war crimes. Oh, but we gotta go arrest Putin. We gotta go arrest Putin on some sham indictments, by the way. It's a sham. Wow, really incredible. It's really incredible. And, it just shows how the hegemony is absolutely stupid.